Alright, here we go. We got this thing all Frankensteined up and hooked up and everything. And first thing we're going to do, I'll show you what we got here. We have a, get this thing to work, old Heathkit scope. It is a model, I don't know what model it is. Oh, here it is. A 10-17. It's very old. It's older than I am. Older than most people probably watching this. And then we have a little tiny amplifier that I put together a while back. It's out of a box. Little 10 watt or so amplifier on the back. Can't remember what device this is. It's a TDA 2003, and you just look that up on the internet. And this little design circuit here I put together on a piece of circuit board, etched it, and there we go. It's actually a pretty nice little amplifier. And then we've got that going to a capacitor with the feed to the scope and the feed to that on a test probe. And then we've got our ground here hooked to the system ground. And then we're going to probe around in here a little bit. Okay, first business order, input. Turn the volume up a little bit. Okay, we got signal here, and I'll show you guys on the scope. Signal there. If I can keep on it long enough. It's kind of hard to see, it's out of focus. This thing's ancient, so. Anyway, we got a little bit of signal there. A little bit of signal on the other side. Go through the preamp sections. That one works. That one works. Okay. It's got one for the high crossover, and it's got one for the low crossover. High, low. Okay. And you go down in here, and your signal is starting to distort a little bit. And that's about where I set those amplifiers down in here. So, let me go before it. Where is it? It's just bad there too. Another thing is these caps too. They have, there you go. They have signal that goes through them. Let's see here. I know that sounds horrible. But that's what we're working with. Some pretty nasty distorted audio. Let me turn that down a little. Oh, that's why it doesn't look so good. There we go. That's what I was trying to show you guys. This is where it's distorting at. You'll see the pattern here in a minute. And all these songs I have are from YouTube. It's just square waving like crazy. See, if you go up here, looks like it should. Attenuation down. And beautiful waveform. We'll put the amp in low pass. It's a little easier to see. There you go. Nice, beautiful waveform. Then you go over here to the preamp, where I was probing. It's square waving real bad on the top. Let's see, is this one to the bottom half? Yeah. So somewhere in here, in the transistor area, or in the preamp, it's bad, because that's before it all. And here's what the outputs look like. It just looks, horrible. This is the attenuation on the oscilloscope. So you make your big signal look smaller. This should be nice waveforms. Yeah, it's not. Here's the other side of that. Just looks really bad. So something down here in this preamp section has gone south. Yeah, look at that one. It's really bad. It's only doing the top half and not the bottom half of the waveform. There's the other half of it. It's just bad looking altogether. Anyway, that's on the channel that still works, makes noise. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but it sounds really bad. I'll go back to this track here and show you what it's actually supposed to sound like. That's what it's supposed to sound like. Yeah, pretty bad. Let's see here, the other side. Okay, feed input, and your input from the radio here is coming in. Okay, just fine. We got our various little preamps and stuff. Oops, that ain't it. Nope, that ain't it. Okay, there you go. That's the other channel coming in. And you got your signal there on the capacitors. Okay, getting bigger. And I'll switch to low. There you go. That's a little easier to see than all that high stuff floating through there. And we come down here and we've got, you know, nothing there. There's some audio there. And I've taken the transistor out of this side, that little one that's bad. So here's what the output side looks like on this one. I mean, they're not technically functioning because I do not have the bias resistors in there. I don't know if anybody remembers, but they got a little toasty. And from what I've researched on these fosgate amps, there is a little circuit in here that monitors the output at all time. The bottom half of that wave. Let's see what it looks like over here. Yeah, about the same. Anyway, and they have a control circuit in these amplifiers that monitors the output and the impedance and all this crazy stuff, and I'm wondering if that's actually what's wrong with this. Is part of that has gone bad due to overload of volume, basically. Yeah, it's a ugly looking sawtooth there. So anyway, I'm gonna have to talk to the owner and find out what he wants to do with this amplifier. It's pretty old. You can still get the outputs, you can still get these, but this surface mount stuff is, most of it's discontinued. And somebody was asking where I got the parts from, and there you go, Master Electronics. This is the IRF 540Ns. It takes a 540N and a, what was the other one? IRF 9540N. Those are the two sets that you need for this. And these resistors I got there too. They're a little small. They're a 0.10, and these are 2-watt resistors, and that's why I'm thinking these are a little bigger, like a 3 or 4 watt, but they're not a 5, because those are 5-watt resistors. So I don't know. Of course, these are a different kind. They're both film style resistors, meaning they use a piece of metal film, like almost like tinfoil like. So anyway, just a little update on that amplifier. If you like it, like the video. If you don't like it. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And if you are subscribed but you're not getting updates, there's a little bell icon down below. Just click on that and it'll have a thing option to receive email notifications. Anyway, thanks for watching BP Car Audio, and any comments are welcome. Like I said, that's where I got those parts from. I do have a gentleman asking me about how to hook up a set of tweeters in high pass mode on your amplifier, and I will go over that soon, and we will have a video about that. Because basically you either put this in high pass, like I just did this amplifier, and then you hook up your tweeters to it, or you use what's called a crossover. It's about a little block size thing, and you hook your radio into it and then out of it into your amplifier for your tweeters, which is a little better control. I mean, most amplifiers have a high pass and a low pass, but not all of them have the ability to tune your high frequency or low frequency. So, with that said, like I said, I'll make a video about it. And remember to check out Facebook groups, BP's Car Audio, in the link description. And on Twitter too, at BP's Car Audio. My name is Sean, and I'll try and answer any more comments or questions that you guys have. And there was somebody who suggested using a torch. That works well to get them off. But the only reason I use the air gun for putting them on is it's a little more controlled. But yeah, I took these off with the torch, and it comes off real easy. And you just heat up that Meisha thing and just pry them off there, no problem. That works great for getting them off. But putting them back on is a little more tricky. I like a little more control. I mean, it works, you can use either direction you want to go. Anyway, you run the risk of overheating these things. I think they're only good for like 1,000 degrees or something like that. Maybe less. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Don't like it, leave a comment. That's great. And check us out on those pages, like I said. This is Sean. Thanks for watching.